We're here at the penultimate round of the ARR Craib Scottish Rally Championship. The McDonald Munro Speyside Stages consists of 9 stages, 2 on the tarmac and 7 on the gravel. And to add a little bit of spice to this weekend, the championship could be decided.
I know you don't like talking about it, but we really have to talk about the championship. You could win it today, but you'll know that.
No, but we want to win it today. We're just going to do our usual, and we're going to try and have a good bit of fun with the rally because we enjoy it up here. And if with our stays, we'll see where we end up at the end of the day. But we all know we've got 4 fast guys in front of us. Well, there's more than 4. We've got Donnie and Sinclair and all the usual suspects. So no, we'll just go out and try and do our best.
Yeah, obviously this is an event that you've won 6 times, so the 7th would be quite a record.
Yeah, it would, for one reason or another. This event's always been very kind to me, so I enjoy the stages, and if we could get a win today and win number 7, it'd be great, so really looking forward to it.
I think it's to rain later on, but right now it's fine, so a bit of dry weather, especially when you've only brought 1 set of tarmac tyres with you. You're thinking it rained last night. Anyway, no, we're good. Yeah, no, spot on. I've been here before, and the stages today, the last time I was at the Clash and Darragh complex, kind of get carried away a little bit and ended up on my side, but wasn't so good a result. But hopefully today we're going the opposite way and we'll be fine.
Well, yeah, obviously you can't afford that because there's a small matter of a championship to start getting excited about now.
You're trying to put me under pressure before we even started, but yes, you're right.
No, I wouldn't do that, not at all.
No, everything's fine. So.
And obviously we're getting to the sharp end of the championship now, and there's a good battle at the top. You're in that battle. What's the plans for today, do you think?
I think it's the same with every rally. You've got to just go flat out. If everybody drives to the potential and the potential of their cars, then it'll be tough. But we just got to make sure we do our day. Forget about the championship. Make sure at the end of the day we haven't left anything on the table, and that's all we can do.
Yeah. What's the plans for today?
Tried hardest to go on this podium yet again. I think we started off well in the Scottish, but just fell off. Never had a problem, and just got slower and slower as the day went on for some reason. But I know where we went wrong, so just to try and sort it out today.
Right. No problems with the car. You think it's just you not getting your head around it?
I think it was a little bit of that. Yeah.
So you'll do it today.
Well, I'll try my hardest. Listen, as long as I pump Quinton Mill.
2015 saw the return of the spectator stage in Cooper Park. With trees, curbs and benches ready to catch out the unwary, it's a stage that has claimed SRC champions in the past. I met up with Mike Faulkner on the eve of the rally to look at some of the key areas of the stage.
Yeah, it's especially the first stage. Everybody's apprehensive and you're just looking forward to getting out in the woods. I say with these spectator stages that there's everything to lose but not much to gain. But in saying that, 3 or 4 seconds drop around here is very hard fought back in the woods, so you've just got to approach it about being as fast as you can, but trying not to throw it away and trying not to get carried away with the thousands of spectators are here. It's about trying to set a stage time, not showing off.
We're now up at the hairpin. What kind of approach is it for you?
Yeah, it's definitely one of the best bits to watch. It's where all the crowds tend to gather. It's fairly quick up to it. You have to be really careful first time round. The brakes are cold, the tyres are cold. You always grab a brake trying to stop. So it's about just trying to not outbrake yourself. Tuck it in, just enough to pull the handbrake, just enough so you can be on the power as early as possible. And as I say, try not to get carried away about doing big slides for the spectators.
And is it in your car first gear or second gear you're coming through here?
It's definitely it's really tight. It's definitely just sneaking first gear as you pull the handbrake to give you the best traction away.
And then you're down to that square right. Well, it's sort of a sweeping square right.
It always looks faster than it is. You get there thinking, it's a really quick corner, and the car always wants to understeer, and it's just about. It's a fair. As soon as you've got it straightened up, you're on the brakes for the next 90. So it's about just trying to keep the car in a straight line so that you're in the right position for braking for the corner afterwards.
this is sort of the new addition for this year's Cooper Park. Is this? They're calling it a jump. I'm not really sure. But you're coming out of a chicane somewhere down there. We think it's at that widened section. And what's your approach like to here?
Yeah, I think obviously it depends how tight the chicane is. So the chicane's just about just trying to straight line it as much as you can without hitting the curbs on the way in and on the way out. And then it'll definitely be flat over here. Whether it's a jump or not, we'll find out tomorrow. But I suspect it will be a small one into quite a quick right-hander, and then under the trees to a really slippy left-hander that's quite tight and tightens up, and it's always really dirty, and it's just about trying to keep it tidy.
And then from there on, I guess that's the fastest part of the stage, is towards the flying finish down that sort of along the side of the river there. And what sort of speeds are you into? Fifth gear at that point?
Yeah, I think the finish is a little bit short. And they've made some changes down the end, so the last right-hander's missing. So I think over the flying finish, it'll either be fairly quick in fourth or just sneak in fifth. I suspect it will be up there in fourth and then stop for the stop.
Right, well, thanks Mike for taking us round. Thanks for giving us a bit of an insight, and I guess good luck tomorrow.
Thank you. 48.48.
The opening loop consisted of 2 runs through the park, followed by 2 gravel tests, with a short service in between to change tyres. Fourth after the park, David Bogie and Kevin Ray were off to a relatively slow start. An overshooting SS3 didn't help matters, but on SS4 they started to fly. 8 seconds quicker than anyone else, they arrived at first service with a 4-second lead. Second at first service, Jock Armstrong and Svinscoe were testing the Boy Racer theory that a new spoiler makes the car quicker. The car feeling more stable, it was possibly adding drag however, reducing their top speed. Not ideal in these fast stages.
And turn right 9, soft and slippy. Repeat, right 7 in and turn right 9, soft and slippy. 50, right 1, 60 left.
Leading after Cooper Park, Donnie Macdonald and Andrew Faulkner slipped to third by first service. Without a doubt they were having their best run of the season, only 10 seconds off the lead. After discovering an engine problem between the Scottish and the Speyside, Championship leaders McCombie and Coots were happier with the car's performance. Despite a few hairy moments in the opening loop, they were fourth, showing the pace they should.
Left 9, 40, 40, fast right 4.
Ready to start their second run in Cooper Park, Mike Faulkner and Peter Foy are about to strike trouble.
What's that like? Drive check. So we can change it, get that max of time out of the road section. Yeah?
Quick thinking from Mike to lock the diffs minimised the time loss, and a world record driveshaft change in the short service kept them in the event. Then the fight back began. 2 top 4 times on the gravel saw them 5th by first service and on a charge. Out in Brian Watson's WRC replica for this event, Sean Sinclair was enjoying the extra performance compared to his regular Evo. After removing the wing mirror and modifying the rear spoiler on a tree branch in stage 3, he would be facing Brian's wrath at first service. 6th was a solid start.
The sudden tight left 9, don't cut, loose. Flat right 2, and flat left 1, 50.
Bouncing back after their Scottish retirement, Mark McCulloch and Michael Hendry were flying in their Evo 9. SS4 was particularly enjoyable for Mark.
Long right 2, times to right 3 over bump, don't cut. 50. Left 4 loose, 350. Just stop. Well done. That was great fun.
8 seconds back, Andy Horn and Jim Howie were having their best run since moving to Focus Power. and were only 2 seconds up on Barry Groundwater and Sean Donnelly. The Evo 10 running well after its Scottish retirement. With Mark Fisher alongside for the first time this season, Scott McCombie was off to a flying start. 10th at first service was a great start for the relative newcomer to rallying.
200 through tip. Left 6 in. 70. Left 6 in. 70.
After celebrating his 30th birthday on the Friday, Fraser Wilson and Craig Wallace started quickly, 13th overall, and already 11 seconds clear of category rivals John Morrison and Peter Kerstairs.
Yeah, good. Really enjoying it. The stages are good, and we had a overshoot on stage 3, but just my own doing. It was real low speed, and by the time it slowed down that much, I couldn't even handbrake it down and had to stop and reverse. So we'd probably lose about 10, but other than that, it's good, no problems, and really looking forward to the rest of the stages.
Well, now obviously you were leading after 3. This spoiler must make a difference.
It's obviously this, and then we've went to a faster stage, so the way I'm looking at it is it's actually the drag's actually slowing me down now. So then it's like the straight line speed's not there, but the corner speed is. So it'll be interesting to monitor it the rest of the day and see if it's a twisty stage, what happens. If it's a straight line speed stage like the last one there, again, what's happening. So maybe if you see it missing, you know why it's missing. Because I want more straight line speed.
Podium?
No, delighted. That's what I told you this morning I would like to do. So we've got a little bit of a comfort zone now. So do we consolidate or we try to catch Jock? I think it'd be hard to catch Jock, but we're just going to try a little bit.
What's the gap to Jock?
I think it might be 6 or 7 seconds. I think.
Aye, we've had a good day, steady day. Just the usual. The top guys are just that wee bit quicker, but no, we'll just do our usual. We'll just chop on and fingers crossed we can get a wee bit quicker in the afternoon.
You're lying 4th after 3 stages. What about stage 4? How did that go?
I like that stage. I think everybody likes that stage. It's a good stage. So no, it went well. There's a few bits I think we could have went a bit quicker, but I think if you speak to any of us, they'll say that. So no, generally we're very happy.
Mike, there's a bit of superficial damage here, but that's nothing to worry about. You've got other problems.
Yeah, we broke a drive shaft on Cooper Park on the second run, just off the start line. So as we were saying, it's nothing to gain but all to lose, and it looks like we managed to lock the diffs, so it drove around the stage. So we dropped about 20 seconds or something. So then we were having a big push in 3, and it was just really loose, and we were struggling with the front brakes locking a little bit, and we just got mixed up a little bit and had a half spin on a hairpin, which cost us another 7 or 8 seconds after trying all hard all stage to get them back and throw them away again, but we'll keep trying.
Well, yeah. Pace seems to be quite hot today, yeah?
Yeah, it seems to be well there. With a wee surprise just at the end of the first forest one, just where Quinton was off, like the marshal kind of jumped out on us a bit, but no, wasn't a problem, like, so it was all good after that.
Yeah. Good car behaving itself?
Seems to be anyway there, like I just had a wee problem with the back caliper leaking, so the boys are just changing it now, so, but no, it didn't lose us any time, so seems to be alright again.
Where's the mirror going? He's broke it. Same as the spoiler, he's broke it as well. You better get a clip of this now, Luke. That'll be probably £700. 200 quid. Spoiler will be probably £2,000. How much would you use?
None.
At first service, we had the pleasure of witnessing a Brian Watson team pep talk. Unfortunately, most of it isn't fit for broadcast. You'll just have to imagine what was being said. It's tight at the top, with first to third covered by 10 seconds. McCombie and Faulkner in their own battle for 4th. Out for the second loop, and Bogie and Ray continued to lead. 2 more overshoots didn't seem to affect the times, and they stretched their lead to 23 seconds by second service. Armstrong and Svinscoe are about to discover they have a puncture.
7 tightens to 9, quick left 7.
No real harm done except to the timesheets. They continued to hold second. Despite a spin on SS5, McDonald and Faulkner continued to have their best run of the season. Fourth fastest times on 6 and 7 kept them in third place, albeit by only 3 seconds.
Over 60.
Closing in over this loop, McCombie and Coots were running well. They may have been even closer if it wasn't for the stall at the end of SS6.
40. This is a hairpin.
Faulkner and Foy's fight back continued on SS5, a fight back that would take them to the edge of disaster. Unfortunately in SS7, the mix-up with one of the junctions cost yet more time, leaving them still in 5th at second service. Up to 6th, McCulloch and Hendry were still charging, Mark happier with the car after curing a rear brake problem at first service. They were now on equal times with Sinclair and O'Hanlon, setting up a battle for the final loop.
Oh, shit. That's alright. Into flat left 1, don't cut. C100.
Struggling with a misfire in this loop, it turns out Brian didn't put enough fuel in. Sinclair and O'Hanlon were still happy to be in the mix, although Sean wasn't all that keen on the super fast sections. In traditional fashion, Barry Groundwater was getting quicker as the day progressed. Up to 8th in this loop, the Evo 10 was being slowly brought to the boil. 9th, and continuing their good run, Horn and Howie were only 12 seconds back from the Evo 10. Strong performance and only their second outing this season.
40. Well done, right 6. 50. Left 3 in short and turn right 9 late loose.
Moving into the top 10, Wilson and Wallace had put their off on the Scottish behind them. Their position in Group N made even stronger when Morrison and Carstairs put their Evo off the road in this loop. They recovered, but were now in 33rd place overall.
Yeah, it's been good, you know, just probably need to concentrate a wee bit more. In the last 2 stages we've overshot in both of them now, so that's 3 in total today, which isn't like me, so... But now we'll just need to concentrate a wee bit more and keep going.
And that's 18 miles you've done since last service. Are your tyres still holding up, or are they getting a bit on the side?
The front tyres are starting to wear now, but it's quite difficult because under the trees it's so grassy and slippy, but then when you're clear of the trees it's very abrasive, so it's hard to get a tyre for both purposes.
Well, Joe, 15 seconds of deficit. How are you going to catch it up? That's after stage 5.
I know. I just we made a mistake. Was that the last stage? Stage 6 was it? We made a mistake in 7, but I think David made a mistake the stage before. I could see he went wide at a chicane, or went off at a chicane, so both kind of pushing as hard as we can. But I'm enjoying it. We'll
good.
See.
It's good.
I don't think I could put that young man under pressure though. You know?
We were going well until stage 5. I spun in stage 5 and the head was down then, but I don't know what we've done there. I feels a lot better, but...
Did you lose a few seconds when you spun in stage 5?
I would say I lost 20 odd anyway.
20, my goodness.
It was big time like that.
That'll put you back a few bits. The guys in front of you seem to be going very quickly and fighting it out with themselves. Maybe they'll make a mistake and let you there.
It was only 10 seconds between us and first getting into that stage, so it wasn't that. But listen, the boys behind me have caught me though. I'll have given them incentive now. Back to where I should be.
First and second look fairly secure, but it's on between McDonald and McCombie for 3rd place and McCulloch and Sinclair for 6th. Before the final loop, some noteworthy drives. Since investing in some engine upgrades before the Scottish, Elia Gould and Gene Hayes' pace has improved quickly. Highlight of the Speyside was SS8, 11th equal quickest alongside Scott McCombie. 19th overall at the finish was their best ever SRC drive. '17th and continuing their great season, Ian Baumgart and Mike Dixon maintained their 100% finishing record and continued to hold a top 10 points position in the championship. Also maintaining a perfect finishing record, John Wink and John Forrest took another solid points finish with 15th overall. Another crew in the top 10 points in the championship. After barrel rolling out of the Scottish, Freddie Milne had applied solid rally driver logic and was back with a more powerful car. Another driver to suffer the wrath of car owner Brian Watson after he bounced the car off a chicane early on, he adapted well to the extra power and new co-driver Abby Loudon to grab 14th overall at the finish. "11th overall and really happy with his day's work, Scott McCombie had one of his best drives of the season. The partnership with Mark Fisher off to a good start.
Right 6. Into right 6 over crest opens, 110. Left 2.
Dominating Group N this time out and finishing 10th overall, Wilson and Wallace had another good day challenging the more powerful cars. After their best run of the season, Andy Horn and Jim Howie took a solid 9th place. Another steady run for Barry Groundwater saw the Evo 10 finish in 8th overall. The rain that had been threatening all day finally arrived on SS8, Sinclair and McCulloch getting the worst of it. Amazingly, they headed to the final stage still in equal times. On SS9, Sinclair's Evo developed engine problems, leaving him in 7th overall after a solid drive.
Care, left 1, over crest, times to left 2.
Amazed to have equalled Sinclair's time in 8 given how heavy the rain was, McCulloch and Hendry held it together over the final stage to take 6th. After the disappointment of the Scottish, this was a great return drive.
Right 1, into long left 2 over bump OK. 150.
Hands left 3 and bump 70 comes round and left 3 in and right 3 in.
Another superhuman effort over the last 2 stages was not enough for Faulkner and Foy to move out of 5th. 2 second fastest times in the final loop proved their pace once again, but unfortunately luck has not been on their side this season. Small consolation for them is that they are still in with a chance at the championship title.
Left 2 in, 140.
13 seconds clear at the finish, McCombie and Coots took 4th overall, doing enough to remain in the points lead going into the final round.
Championship.
Yeah, it's good points in the bag. We was happy with that. We just didn't quite nip Donnie. He was 4 seconds in front. But no, overall we're delighted.
Third after their best drive of the season, Donnie Macdonald and Andrew Faulkner were delighted with their performance, this result equalling their best ever SRC finish.
Yeah, we've had a really good day. Like from Cooper Park on, it's been really good, really dry, and it's been good.
Andrew, what kind of day have you had? Has he driven well today?
Yeah, it's been really good all day, and we had the best start of coming out of Cooper Park, and that kept the momentum up for us. We had one bad stage, but apart from that, for a change, it's been really good.
60 down, long left, 1 over 70 over dip.
Second once again, Jock Armstrong and Paula Svinscoe did exactly what they needed to do for their championship. This result puts them into the driving seat in the championship race in the final round. But anything can still happen.
We'll have to talk about the championship now. We've got one event left.
Really?
Yeah. What does that do for you today?
Yeah, it's been a quick year when you think about it. You know, I think like one round left to go. It's a couple of months away, so it gives you a lot of thinking time for sure. But no, and it would be nice to put it all together. It's just how you get a mindset on it now, and you know how you work it out to do what you need to do. So I haven't sat down, haven't worked anything out. I've just go each day as it comes, and we've just enjoyed it, you know, and get the result, and that's what I've done. You know, there's not been any pressure up to today, and I even think the last round I don't think there'll be any pressure. It'll just be what it'll be, as they say. So just watch our space and see what happens.
So if we work out what you've got to do, we'll not tell you. Is that what you're saying?
that's probably the best idea, but you'll always get a few friends and pals that, you know, have done this calculation.
Will be helpful.
Oh, by the way, if you do this and you do that, so you know that's what it'll be. But just hopefully that, you know, the car's reliable, which it's been, you know. So and we'll do it.
Yeah. 50 seconds ahead at the finish, It was another solid drive for Bogie and Ray. Despite taking their 4th maximum score of the season, this result is not enough to keep them in the title fight at the final round.
That's the 7th win, David, for you, both you guys. That's an incredible record up here. It's an event that you do really well on. Why do you think that is?
No idea. You know, we were talking about that earlier. And obviously, 7 wins is something to be very proud of, which we are. So I don't know. It just seems to click for me up here. You know, it's like I almost can't do anything wrong. So it's good. Really enjoyed it, and we'll certainly be back.
Confirmation of the results at the end of the event. 50 seconds, the winning margin for Bogie and Ray. 1 round remaining, and it comes down to 3 crews. Who will take the 2015 title in the final round? The Colin McRae Forest Stages.
Good morning, I'm actually speaking to Donnie Macdonald. Great aspirations to beat the Quinton Mill today.